start with the chart work. Chart work, first thing is that to get a position, always we know that latitude and longitude is required. That means two things required always, one latitude and longitude. So how to get the latitude and longitude? By fixing on the chart is that you get the, unless you get the two bearings from the two lighthouses. So first thing is that two bearings from two different objects, and this called each bearing line. From now we will be calling that position line. Position line means that if you draw one bearing from one lighthouse, you don't get any position because you get only one information. We need two informations minimum. So another information, it may be the distance from the same lighthouse, or distance from the different lighthouse, or a bearing from the different lighthouse. So first is that to get a position, we need minimum is that two bearings or two distances. Two distances also we can get a position, but two distances we get a two probabilities, then we'll see that. And other one is the one bearing and one distance. That means two things you need. At a time, you need two information. A distance, when you talk about that, we call it a position circle. That means 2 PC. We call it a position circle. Now, that means that if you have the two different objects, one lighthouse is here, other lighthouse is somewhere else, and you get a two bearings, you draw the two lines. That means intersection of the two is your position. Okay. Position, each of them is a position. If you draw only one line, vessel can be anywhere on this line, you don't know where you are. So minimum, we need a two bearings or two PL. You can have a one lighthouse is A, or you can get a distance. So if you have a distance same time, remember all the is the same time, and you get the 4 miles off, 5 miles off, anything, and you draw a circle. So you get a position circle and one position line. And intersection of the position line and the position circle is a position. Similarly, if you have the two your lighthouses and two distances. Suppose you have in that case, two circles will cut into 2 points, and then will be determine that which one is possible, which is not possible. Will be giving the reason behind. One may be on the land, one may be on the opposite direction of the TSS. So all this reason will be giving and will be cancelling one. So one PC we get from one lighthouse. Other PC means position circle you get from the second lighthouse. And you get your one, whatever is the intersection is the your, you get it comes in your two positions. Okay. So position can be two position circles always coordinate two points unless they are tangent to each other. So one will be here and one will be here. Your position can be anywhere on this, one of the two. Then after the plotting only, you can give a judgment that which one is possible. Most of the time, one position will be on top of the land. Vessel cannot be on top of the land, so other position will be the actual position of the vessel. So always remember two information we need. Sometimes we get a one bearing at 8 o'clock and other bearing from the same lighthouse or different lighthouse at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. That means 2 PL we are getting two different time. I want the information at the same time. In that time, we will be transferring the position line. First position line will be transferring, and that is called a running fix. In case we get the two distances at two different time. Again at 10 o'clock, one lighthouse, you have a distance 8 miles. After 2 hours, maybe 12 o'clock, you get another distance from another lighthouse, maybe 5 miles off. Then first circle will be transferring. So ultimately, after transferring, we'll get the two informations. So always it is a requirement to get a position, two informations is required at same time. If it's a different time, then you have to transfer the one information and superimpose on the second information. So this is the system. So when you are talking about the distances, that PL, suppose that you come to the PL. PL, how do you get the PL? PL is you get from the PL you get by the two methods you can get the PL. We have done all intercept, etc. And intercept, by doing the intercept or long by cron, what do you get? Long by cron you get a observed long, but observed long of very little use. Main important thing is your position line, because vessel on the position line, vessel is never on the observed long. Observed long is not a correct long. It is, why it is not a correct long? Anybody can say, with long by cron you must have calculated by now. Long by cron, the observed long we get, it is not a correct long. Why it is not a correct long? We are calculating and getting the observed long, but why it is not a correct long?
वो LHA जो होता है वो करेक्ट नहीं होता इसलिए
LHA नहीं,
करंट नहीं लगाते, करंट और सेकंड
करंट और
अरे वो तो करंट जब लगाता है on the two different time. You are observing a particular time. A particular time में you are using taking the sextant altitude etc. and calculating. Because in the calculation में you are using what latitude? DR latitude. That DR latitude is not a correct. You expect that correct result where the input is wrong or input is not correct. Intercept or the long by cron में what do you use? Your time is known. When the time is known, declination is correct. You have taken the altitude, applied all the corrections, deep, total corrections, reflection, parallax, semi-diameter. So those are also correct. But in the calculation, we have seen that you have used the DR lat. DR lat means what? It is approximate lat. And you are using approximate lat, and how do you get correct long? You don't get a correct long. Because of the latitude in the whatever using, it is not correct.
सर अभी जो आपने बोला रनिंग फिक्स वाला, सर वो ये ऑब्जर्व लॉन्ग वाली जो पीएल होती है उसी को बोलते हैं क्या, जो ट्रांसफर करते हैं सुबह से फिर दिन में हमारे पास?
Yes, that position line can be terrestrial or can be a celestial. A bearing, when you talk about the position line, two PL we are talking about. PL, there are two types of PL. One is the terrestrial. Terrestrial means that you are taking from the ship a bearing of the lighthouse by the azimuth mirror. And other one you are getting by the celestial observation, sun, moon, star, anything. So this position line we get your by terrestrial observation, or terrestrial means shore object, and other one is your celestial observation. Celestial observation means your heavenly body. So celestial observation. So this is actually the position line we get. But I'm not going into navigation. This position line, what you get by celestial observation, it is not actually a position line. It is a small part of a very big circle. If a circle's radius is 1,000 miles, it's a huge radius circle, and one small part of the circle can be considered as a straight line. That's why you draw the perpendicular to the small part. Actually, this position line of the celestial bearing is not a true sense, it is not a straight line. It is a part of a curved line, and the radius of the circle is your zx, zenith distance. And because the zenith distance sometimes is 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 30 degrees is 1800 miles radius. So it is a huge circle, small part is considered as a, so it is actually a curved line, but we draw line, that's why I am using the celestial observation. Celestial.
ओपन सी में तो सर सेलेस्टियल ऑब्जर्वेशन ही लेते हैं ना सर, मतलब जब टेरेस्ट
Yes, yes. On the in our time, though, we had no satellite, etc. When we started our career, later on, then when they end up mates and master, that time the satellite came, and that time is that we used to get in a day maybe 2-3 fixes only. When the that satellites in the horizon, then only number of satellites was very less. So when you are satellites in the horizon, then only used to get fixed. So
Sir, when you was last sign off, sir?
long back, my teaching career itself is 23 years. We can imagine that how many years back I have signed up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So those days, all this navigation was really tough. All we used to do on the sextant. Sextant was only that instrument we used to use for the position fixing. Out at sea, of course, on the coasting, so we had a radar. And radar, of course, on not in today's valve set was there. It is to get heated up. You know, science has developed, so you got all modern equipment now. Especially the satellite navigation, your position is, that's why you never touch the sextant nowadays.
बस वही इंस्पेक्शन के लिए रखते हैं सर.
So if somebody says that, can you take the side? Well, then no, sir. कोई नहीं लिया. Even the nowadays that mates also cannot take. Master also knew. Masters also will not be able to take a side, especially in the start side. Start side is quite tedious because start sun you can take is a big ball. You can through the sextant easily can be noticed. But in the night, in the twilight time, when you should take that is a point object. And through the sextant, focusing the point object and image of that bringing it to the horizon was really an art, and a little specialty is required. Means you have to do a lot of practice, and on ship, vessel is rolling also, balancing yourself, holding the sextant, taking the side, needs practice. Okay, it's not a difficult, but it needs practice really for
सर
the
ये स्टार्स की साइट यूजुअली मॉर्निंग में ली जाती होगी ना सर, जो
morning and evening. Only twilight time. Morning may, when before the sun rises, we used to take in between your nautical twilight time is the best. In nautical twilight time, we can still, the sun has not risen, so still it is semi-darkness is there. You can see the star and see the horizon also. Horizon also should be clear. So this is the time you take the side. But when sun rises, horizon is very clear, but the star you cannot see because of the bright sunlight. Not now we cannot see anything, no star in the sky, but there's millions of stars are there in the sky. Similarly, same thing happened in the evening. When the sun sets,
सर इतने सारे स्टार्स में कंफ्यूजन नहीं होती रे, मतलब सो जाती कि कौन से स्टार की ले रहे हैं.
no, there is a star finder is there. On the star finder, may LH of ADs we calculate what time you are going to that approximate your
स्टार चार्ट होता है ना सर, वो
star
बता
chart
देता है
or
किस
star
hemisphere
finder
में
we
कौन
call
सा
it.
है.
Star finder, we can see that when the star finder we see that at that moment all stars are available. Maybe the 15 stars are available, but some of them are not very bright. Bright stars is very difficult to take. So we take your bright stars, Sirius, Vega, Antares, anything, Jupiter or Venus, if the planet is available. So we choose the bright stars. And after that, we don't take many stars. Only 3 stars is good enough. And the 3 stars generally we calculate. And we get a 3 position line, and intersection of the 3 position lines is the position of the vessel. Okay, and so that is the way, many stars, but we have to choose what all stars from the star finder. Star finder, that bright stars, maybe the 10 bright stars are available. But their angle, intersection angle also you have to see. Their intersection angle is 10 degrees, we don't know. Angle of intersection between the two PL should be minimum 30 degrees. Below the 30 degrees does not get a good cut. So all these things are not there in today's world. Okay, but still these things are there in the syllabus. You may think that the Indian government is doing it. No, it is nothing to do with the Indian government. It is the all STCO as per the STCO convention. You have a IMO model course. Each second mates, masters, the IMO model course is there, IMO syllabus is there, and that course has to be conducted as per the IMO model course. Okay, some alteration can be done, some excess can be given, that is okay, but minimum requirement of the model course has to be followed. And because of that, your certificate is valid all over world. Okay. So it is, many people are do the argument, that argument of this class or Indian is no use. You have to, argument has to be done in the IMO's level. Because they are the, ultimately they give the guideline. This IMO model course is there for each and every course. I'm not talking about your competency. You talk about the ROC, RPA, every course there's got a IMO model course. And this IMO model course, what all the syllabus is there has to be followed. Okay, so let's go to your position circle. First is the position circle. We go to there are two ways. One is the vertical sextant angle and one is the horizontal sextant angle. Okay. So about the vertical sextant, we go to the horizontal sextant angle. Let us go for the horizontal sextant. It takes little time. So horizontal sextant angle, there are 3 types. One is the HSA can be less than 90 degrees. Number 2 is the HSA can be more than 90 degrees. So one by one we'll be discussing. Number 2, your HSA more than 90 degrees. Number 3, HSA equal to 180 degrees or equal to 90 degrees first. And 4th one is equal to 180 degrees. So these are the 4 categories. HSA cannot be, any other angle cannot be fall beyond these 4 categories. Less than 90, more than 90, equal to 90 or equal to 100. To get a position by the horizontal sextant angle, we need minimum 3 objects. Without 3 objects, means shore object I am talking about, or terrestrial reason I am doing it. So your nowhere in the problem it will be mentioned solved by the HSA method or another method. From the reading the question, you should be able to make out, okay, this problem has to be solved by the HSA method, no other method. So to get the position, we should get the 3 objects, shore objects. Suppose one object, your A, one lighthouse, or any land point, or any beacon, anything. Suppose the bearing you got your 330, and in compass, not true. True hoga, so then you have to simple directly you can draw the bearings. Remember on the chart we can draw only true bearings. Compass bearings we cannot draw. Now you may ask that why you cannot draw the compass bearings. Anybody can give the answer why the compass bearings cannot be drawn on the chart?
Sir, because of the error.
Because the error and the compass rose, what is given, this is your with respect to the true north. So compass rose, if you see any chart, if you see that and on the paper chart, we have a compass rose. There is not only 1, 2, 3 compass roses are there in various corners. In there, from here we take the bearings, use the parallelogram, etc. And this is your compass rose, and it is giving you 0, 0, 0 on top. That means your true north. To get the compass bearings, we should know the compass north. Compass north is not given in the chart. So all the degrees are graduated on the compass rose is with respect to the true north. Okay. This is your 180 and the 270, and then every degrees are also marked. From 0 to 90 all are marked. I am not showing it. Okay. So this, whenever you take the bearing, always consider center of the circle is your vessel. And bearing is taken from your vessel to the lighthouse. You are taking. You are on the vessel. The vessel to the lighthouse is the bearing. Okay. And when you consider that, you all consider center as if your vessel. And if it is a 330 bearing, that means from the center of the vessel to the 330, somewhere it will be a 330 and it will be marked here, and this is your 330, but it is true. Because it is true north, with respect to true north is given. And this bearings is always a clockwise direction measured from the north. This is your 330 angle. This angle is your 330. So compass north is not known. The moment compass north not known, we cannot do. And in the question, in this kind of problem, you will find that variation, deviation are also not given. If the variation and deviation is given, then we can convert compass bearings to the true bearings, and you can. But this kind of problem, you will not find that variation and deviation is not given. Variation is, you can get it from the chart. On the chart, it will be written here on the compass rose, maybe the 1 degree east, 2 degree west, anything. And it will be, sometimes you will find that within bracket, it is giving 1 minute east, and it is 1980. That means what is this? Your 1 degree is the variation, and 1 degree east, it was when the survey they have carried out in 1980, they found that it is increasing. Both are east, means the increasing. 1 minute increasing per year. That means 2021, 41 years. That means in this year, my variation will be 1 degree 41 minutes east. Understood? This is given in the compass rose. Variation. Whereas deviation is depends on the various vessel. Variation depends on place. Where you are, where this compass rose is given. It does not depend on the vessel, or the VLCC or car carrier or small cargo vessel. Variation does not depend on that. It depends on the where you are. But deviation on the same place for various heading, various course, your deviation card you must have seen on board a ship. Deviation card is made with respect to the various compass heading, compass course. Okay, compass course. And for why the deviation is different various ships? Because the various ship size is different, and depends on the size that every ship itself a magnet. Because every ship is Earth's magnetic field is cutting, you must have run in your bridge equipment, magnetism, etc. The ships, your Earth's magnetic field is cutting, so it becomes a magnet. And depends on steel structure, magnetism effect will be more, the size of the vessels. And for that, various characters are placed on the magnetic compass. If you go on top, you see the finless bars are there. You have the your that spheres on the sides, and if you open the compass niche ka part, you'll find that healing error magnets are there, the vertical magnets are there. So Flinders bars are placed forward of the magnets, your spheres are placed on the athwartship direction, and for other correctors, there are some horizontal bars are there, vertical bars are there. So they are all correctors are there. So they correct it. So still that variation depends on the vessel and the course. If the course changes, your deviation also changes. So deviation depends on course. I'm talking about not the bearing. Bearing I'm giving the all three bearings. They are not the course. Deviation depends on course, not on the bearing. So in a particular course, whatever the bearing you get, deviation you get, and the variation you get from the chart, so compass error for a particular heading is constant. The moment you change the course, your compass error changes. Why compass error changes? Variation remains same because same place, but the deviation changes. So compass error depends on two factors, variation and deviation. And deviation depends on the course. And deviation card, if you have seen on ship, that every 10 degrees of the compass heading or compass course, your deviation is given in the compass card on board. Every ship should have a compass card. It is a mandatory requirement. Because in case the gyro fails, the ultimate the navigation is on the magnetic compass. And magnetic compass when you are using, if you don't know the error, you don't know the true course. Okay. Because of that, your magnetic compass is compulsory, and on the magnetic compass compulsory, a deviation card also compulsory. These are all part of the survey items. Okay, so now we go to the your horizontal sextant angle. So three angles, three bearings are taken, and all three are in compass. And the deviation variation not known. That means we cannot convert the bearings to the true. Now, what is the next step? How to solve it? Simple join A and B, a straight line, and B and C by another straight line. Now, between the A and B, what is the angle between A and B? A is your 330, B is your 000. So theta 1 is your 30 degrees. So theta 1 your is equal to 30 degrees. And this is your number one category. I have mentioned less than 90. HSA means your theta 1 is your theta is the HSA.
सर ये समझा नहीं सर, एक बार समझाएंगे सर.
Now we have taken the bearing. Bearing of the three lighthouses are given. A, B, C is bearing is 330 in compass. B's bearing is 000 in compass, and C's bearing 040 in compass. Compass bearings we cannot plot. I've explained why you cannot plot, because the compass, that rose is given, compass rose, or the compass north is not mentioned. It is mentioned only with respect to the true north. That means when you cannot convert compass bearings to the true, you will immediately know this problem has to be solved by horizontal sextant angle method. Now, if you want to do the solve by HSA method, what is the next step? Join the lighthouses, means A to B and B to C. Then we see that what is the angle between your A and B. A's bearing is 330. B's bearing is 00. 00 means 360. That means 360 minus 330, your 30 degrees. So
सर ये रिलेटिव बेयरिंग होगी ना ए और बी की?
relative nahi. If your vessel, your actual for your vessel, these two lighthouses, your angle or the two lighthouses from your vessel is 30. It is not relative angle, it is actual angle. Because if you have a error, suppose 2° east is the error. If it is a 2° east, so your 330, this is a compass, error east, compass least. That means your true will be 328. Suppose, okay, 328 will be the, if the 2° east is the compass error. So in this 000, it will be also 358 will be the your true bearing. If you use the error, suppose 2° east. So what is the angle between your 328 and 358? Also 30. But that angle between the two bearings in true or compass or magnetic always irrespective of. So angle between 330 and 0030, angle between the true bearings 328 and 358, provided I have taken the 2°. But any error between the two objects, your angle will be always same. These are not
सर हम लोग
relative,
सीधा
these are
सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे सर
actual.
दोनों को, बराबर सर?
Yes, yes, Siddha, but not always.
ओके सर।
If one is 330, other one is 020, then
सर
suppose one
उसकी
bearing
सम 180 से ऊपर नहीं जानी चाहिए, सब्ट्रैक्शन 180 से नीचे नहीं जानी चाहिए।
yes, one is से कम होना चाहिए. If it is one is से ज्यादा होगा तो 360 से माइनस कर दो.
Yes, sir.
So if it is a one bearing, suppose here I have given a 330, 20 का bearing 020, तब क्या एंगल होगा 50 degrees. One angle is 330, 330 to 0030 and 00 to 20 degrees 20. So 30 plus 20 will be 50. वो सेंस होना चाहिए. Okay. So now when it is so this 30 degrees your comes on your first category your
लेस देन 90।
less than 90. So next step, what is the next step? Next step is we should take the complementary angles. Complementary angles means your 90 minus 30. Complementary angle means 90 minus 30. You must have done now PZX triangle, no? You have done in navigation PZX triangle?
Yes, sir, we have done.
Sir, done, sir.
You have done. So PZ is equal to what? PZ we call what?
Sir, PZ.
The distance.
No, sir,
Polar-
polar distance and attitude, sir.
Not polarity. A collat.
Yes, sir, collat.
Collat means your complementary angle of lat.
Yes, sir.
Collat means complementary angle of lat. That means your PZ is equal to 90 minus lat. Okay. Complementary angle is means 90 minus theta. So
Yes.
here also that complementary angle of 30 is equal to 60. Next step is that put the protractor, not parallel, protractor at the point A and draw the angle 60 degrees. Draw the angle 60 degrees from the A, draw the angle 60 degrees. Similarly, from the B, again same angle 60 degrees. So what we have done, we have done put the protractor at the point A and we have these two angles are 60, 60, we have done. So these two line will be intersecting a particular point. This will be now this point ABC, suppose this point is cutting at a point P. Now take a pencil compass. Pencil compass, P is the center. PB or PA is the radius of the circle and draw the circle with respect to the P as a center. So I am drawing a radius, a circle whose radius is your PA or PB.
सर ये PAPB तो अलग अलग होगा ना डिस्टेंस?
No, these are all अलग-अलग कैसे होगा? Both angles are same. In a triangle, if the two angles are same, opposite side also same. Isosceles triangle हो गया ना? But in this triangle, this is your equilateral triangle. All three angles are same. But in the yes, because the two angles are 60, the opposite side PB and PA also same because the angle A and angle B same. If the in a triangle two angles are same, opposite side also same. So by which we can what we are getting? We get a position sorting. Similar method by the B and C. B and C का तुम्हारा HSA कितना हुआ? θ2. HSA will be your 40 degrees.
40 degree.
And this is also number one category less than 90. So 90 minus 40 is a complementary angle is equal to 50. And again, we'll put a protractor at the point B and draw 50 degrees. From here, I draw a angle 50 degrees. From the C also, I draw another angle 50 degrees. Both angles are 50. And we'll get another center Q. And with respect to the Q, will be QC and QB will be your radius. These angles will be 50 and 50. This is 50 and this angle also 50. And with respect to the Q, I'll be drawing a position circle. That means what we are getting ultimately after solving, we got the two informations. Two informations means here we got two circles. Now two circles will be intersecting at 2 points. Always the two circles intersect at the 2 points. So this is my circle I have drawn. The two circles are cutting in a 2 point. 1 point on the B and other point is here. So vessel cannot be on top of the B because the vessel is already grounded. So position cannot be at the point B. Position will be at the point R. So this is my your position of the vessel by using the HSA.
सर HSA तब यूज करेंगे जब सर ये दोनों मतलब तीनों एंगल्स कंपास कोर्स में दिए होंगे ना मतलब?
Yes, compass course में. If ये true दिया तो तीनों को नहीं चाहिए, कोई भी दोनों से पोजीशन मिल जाए. तीनों का third one is not required at all. True होगा तो simple parallel से मैं वो bearing draw कर लेगा. Suppose 330 true दिया and 000 is given. So what I'll do? I'll not do all this. Simple, I'll be drawing the true bearing can be drawn. So I draw the true bearing from the 330 true bearing and 000 also true bearing I'll be plotting. And wherever these two are intersecting, I'll get a position. Third one का कोई जरूरत नहीं. So these are the indications.
जो आपने सर ये 60 डिग्री नीचे ड्रॉ किया है वो ऊपर भी कर सकते हैं सर?
ऊपर में करेगा if the theta is more than 90. We'll be doing.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. If that means what is there? If the theta means I change one of them. I change the value of C. C का value I change it to the 100. C का this bearing I make it a 100 degrees compass. Okay. Now A and B ka to both are theta is less than 90. So we draw the angle. This is your 60 and 60 we draw. And we got a circle that is same like before. Because the theta is less than 90, complementary angle is 60 and draw towards the vessel. From the bearing, we know the vessel is the southern part of the line.
सर फिर से बताइए, नहीं समझा था.
बियरिंग से कैसे चल 000 है तो वेसल कौन सा साइड में है? नीचे है ना ऊपर में है?
नीचे.
नीचे है. वेसल है नीचे है तो बियरिंग इज फ्रॉम द साउथ टू नॉर्थ. दैट मींस वेसल इज व्हिच साइड ऑफ द लाइन? AB लाइन साउदर्न पार्ट नीचे है. एंड थीटा इज लेस देन 90 टू ड्रॉ द एंगल 60 डिग्री नीचे का तरफ. Because the vessel is
वेसल के टुवर्ड्स आ जाएगा,
नीचे आ जाएगा. But the other one B to C का मायने अभी इसको 100 कर दिया तो HSA now it became 100 degrees. वो थीटा से ज्यादा हो गया. If the theta is more than 90, opposite side of the vessel. Now HSA became this is 100.
HSA 100 हो जाएगा.
Yeah, HSA 100. So what I will do? Same complementary angle, your 100 minus 90, 10. Because theta is more than, so minus 90 is equal to 10 degrees. These 10 degrees I will be drawing opposite side. Vessel कौन सा southern side है, तो line BC का line का. I will be drawing on the opposite side. So I will be drawing, again I will put a protractor at the point B. I will draw the angle on opposite side. This has to be remembered. If the theta less than 90 towards the vessel, if the theta more than 90, opposite side of the vessel. And similar, same thing. It is a cutting of the point R. And with respect to the R, we will be drawing a circle.
थीटा लेस देन 90 सर, इसके पहले वाले केस में 60 में भी तो थीटा जो है लेस देन 90 था सर.
Yes. Here one pair AB is still less than 90, but BC है more than 90. AB का वो same रखा, मैंने 330 and 000. That means HSA is 30, less than 90. Complementary angle 90 minus theta 60, and I have drawn towards the vessel. But B and C का तुम्हारा angle I have changed कर दिया 100. That means तुम्हारा HSA between B and C is your 100 degrees. If the theta is more than 90, so 100 minus 90 is equal to 10, and draw opposite side of the vessel.
Oh.
सर तो ऐसे लिख सकते हैं ना सर उसके सामने हम लोग कि 90 से ऊपर रहेगा तो नॉर्दर्न में ये करना है, और अगर कम रहेगा तो साउदर्न में सर.
अरे बाबा वो साउदर्न के तुम्हारा दो पोजीशन, उसका कोई ये नहीं है, साउदर्न पाउडर ऐसा नहीं है. सपोज दैट योर टू लाइट हाउसेज आर लाइक दिस, ए एंड बी ऐसा है, तब क्या करोगे? इधर नॉर्दर्न एंड साउदर्न आएगा. सपोज ए का बियरिंग है, सपोज आई गिव योर 290 degrees, 290 degree compass, and B का है suppose your 250 degree compass.
40 डिग्री आएगा सर.
अभी अगर 290 and 250 दोनों ए बी है, वर्टिकली है, उसमें तो कोई नॉर्दर्न साउदर्न नहीं आएगा. तो व्हाट आई विल बी डूइंग, आई विल बी जॉइनिंग द ए एंड बी. अभी ये दोनों का एंगल कितना है? 40 डिग्रीज.
HSA 40 है सर ना.
ईस्ट में
HSA
आएगा,
40.
ईस्ट ऑफ द लाइन.
ये ईस्ट ऑफ द लाइन. तो वेसल कौन सा साइड में है? 290. दैट मींस वेसल ऐसा बियरिंग लिया फ्रॉम एयर टू, जहाज तुम्हारा ए साइड में है, ईस्टर्न साइड में है. तो आई विल बी डूइंग द कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल 90 minus 40. 40 is the HSA. So 90 minus 40 is equal to 50, and I will be drawing towards the vessel. That means in this case your eastern side of the vessel. So north south हमेशा नहीं होगा. Depends on the bearing, position of the
सर
lighthouse,
मतलब
etc.
कंपास, सर हमें मतलब कंपास को ये करना है सर, मतलब इमेजिन करके करना है सर.
Yes, इमेजिन करके देखना है vessel कौन सा साइड में है and draw.
वर्टिकल है तो फिर कौन सी साइड में है अकॉर्डिंग टू बियरिंग, और
Yes.
अप एंड डाउन है तो कौन सी साइड में है.
Yes. It is कोई thumb rule नहीं है, north में, south में, east में. It depends on bearing and the position of the lighthouses. Vertical one, that suppose the A and B, there are two lighthouses and bearings are given. One bearing is your 290, other one is 250. ना तुम बोलो जहाज कौन सा साइड में है? ए बी का ईस्ट साइड में है ना वेस्ट साइड में है? बियरिंग किधर से लेता है? जहाज से बियरिंग. तो 290 क्या तुम्हारा जहाज से बियरिंग होगा फ्रॉम योर वेसल विल बी ऑन दिस साइड, somewhere on the eastern side will be your bearing will be on this side. So you will be drawing the angle है 50 degrees towards east side. 250 होगा तो
40 डिग्री सर.
अब कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल ऑफ 40 का कितना होगा? वो तो HSA is 40.
50 सर.
तो complementary angle क्या? 90 minus 40 is how much?
Understood, sir. Understood, sir.
50. So theory is same. Only देखना है position, bearing, position of the lighthouse किधर है. On that basis, common sense. ज़्यादा दिमाग, don't put too much thing. Only remember theta less than 90 towards the vessel, theta more than 90 opposite side of the vessel. बस ये दोनों याद, और कुछ नहीं. So
सर अगर
now,
B
हाँ?
ऊपर वाले फिगर में सर अगर B का एंगल 010 हुआ तो ये थीटा 1 जो 30 है ये हमारा थीटा 1 इज इक्वल 040 हो जाएगा सर.
Yes, correct. If is the B का bearing 010 है, तो A and B का बीच में HSA will be 40 degrees, complementary angle will be 50 degrees, and 50 will be there.
थैंक यू.
And after that, it may come when you get the position. I'm just drawing a your position circle. Then I'll get a position. After that, they may ask something. Okay, these are नीचे का don't look at now. I just erase it. Will be all getting confused.
Sir,
Okay, now we start again. After this, how many of you are there? 15, 14.
Yes, sir.
आपका आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा है
सर
सर.
आवाज खराब आ रहा है सर.
बराबर है.
यस सर.
गड़बड़ हो गई सर.
Okay, we got a position P. Now, if they want, that is very frequently asked in this kind of problem, that what is the compass error? So what we will do, from the P point, join A. From the P point and join A. Okay, there I put a black color. Join A, from P join B, and here this is also join C. And by parallel ruler, take the true bearing. It was 330 was the compass bearing. From the P, put the parallel ruler, go to the compass rose and take the true bearing. And the true bearing here 328 is a true. 328 degrees true, because you are taking now by the compass rose. Okay, compass rose you will get the true.
एज्यूम किया ना सर हमने.
Yeah, I am assuming, but actually what you will do, from the P you put a parallel ruler and just move parallelly and take on the compass rose what is the bearing. Suppose it is 328. And your from the B, suppose you are taking your 357 degrees true. All assuming. I'm just assuming because the actual value only you will get by the parallel ruler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
Okay. And suppose this is you are getting your 98 degrees
True.
true. Then what is the compass error between 328 and 330? Compass error east compass
True. True.
one kind of problem. I'm just
Sir.
showing it.
Sir,
Huh.
as you said, in when the angle will be less than 90 or greater than 90, we can find the compass error. But
Yeah,
we-
here also last also you can do. What are the
how,
position?
sir? How, sir?
अरे बाबा जो पोजीशन मिला था ना वो पहले बोलना था. From the position whatever you got P say now you draw same method. From P get the C ka bearing, draw get the B ka bearing and same
Understood, sir. Understood.
same method.
सर ये हम चार्ट पे ड्रॉ करेंगे इसलिए ट्रू होगा ना सर ये?
Yes, true mate. That will get the true on the chart. Same method. There is no change. Once you get the position, after that procedure same.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, if you get a 180 degree, 180 degree way, we know we don't get a position, we get a position line. Suppose I just draw to. Now time is up, but I'm still finishing it. Suppose that you get it. 1A bearing is your 250. 250 degree compass. And B ka bearing hai, B is your 070 degree compass. So they are in opposite direction. PC setup, use a long time saving setup, delete your email address, accounts, and common test. Okay. Okay, so 250 and 070. So what is the angle between them? 180. 250 minus 70. 180. 180 means what? They are in a reciprocal bearing. That means your vessel is anywhere within AB. We don't know the position, we get a position line. Anywhere. This angle is your 180. Anywhere. If the vessel is here, angle 180. If the vessel is here, angle is 180. That means when it is your theta is 180, that means we don't get any position circle, we get one position line. Now this position line will be using for different kinds of problems. So HSA 180, we don't get any position circle, we get a position line. 180 means they are in a reciprocal bearing. Reciprocal bearing means just opposite direction. Vessel is anywhere between AB. I don't know where we are. Bearing of the, from the vessel, bearing of the B and A is just opposite. Exactly opposite means 180. So fourth condition of the HSA, we don't get position circle. We get a position line. So this theory will be using when the chart work problem comes, will be various types of problem will be doing it, not one or two types. So I stop it here.
सर when theta equal to 90 एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए.
If the theta is 90, there are two lines. एक दो B and C का और B का bearing है 020. इसका है 020. And compass, not in a true. And the C का है your 110. 110 and compass. So what is the angle between them? 110 minus center point. Center point is your D. BC will be the diameter. BD will be the radius. Take your pencil compass, fit on the D and draw the circle. And simple draw the circle. And we get a position circle. Number one category, number two, number three, all three categories we get a position circle, not number four. We get a position circle. Here no complementary angle. 1 and 2 में कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल, नंबर 3 में नो कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एंगल, नंबर 4 में कोई सर्कल ही है नहीं, नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री।
जैसे अभी आपने वो एग्जांपल दिया था 250 का और नीचे 210 का, तो उसमें आपने बताया राइट साइड होगी शिप। सर ऐसे
Yes.
में सर अगर बी की बेयरिंग 020 है और 110, तो सर किस साइड होगी सर? ऐसे कैसे पता करेंगे?
Yes, draw. 020 means which side?
सर
From the vessel. Yes, like this your 020. 110 कितना कैसे होगा? It will be like this. 110. It will be south. It will be south of the line. Whether
सर
it's
लाइन के रिस्पेक्ट में देखना है, ठीक है।
Yes, line का respect. Bearing is from the vessel to the lighthouse. Your vessel is south of the line. Always bearing is taken from the ship to the lighthouse, not the lighthouse to the ship. Your vessel somewhere here. Your vessel may be like this, maybe somewhere here your heading is like this. Heading can be anything. But you are taking, you are standing here. And from there you are taking it.
ओके।
ठीक है?